Harani never fight a battle they cannot win. Even centuries ago, during the war between gods and heroes, the other races were destroyed. But the peoples now called Harani were smarter. They knew when to fight and when to pull back, when to survive. Though their palaces on Auroria were razed to dust, this one people remained intact. The goddess Nui tried to save everyone caught in the war, regardless of race. But neither fighting nor fleeing side by side could turn such disparate empires into a family. The survivalists built a new kingdom in their new lands. But again, it was destroyed, now by an upstart prince. Did they take revenge? Again, no. This prince was powerful, and survivalists do not fight losing battles. They burned their broken flags, left their temples to the wilds, and changed their dynasty. Reborn as Harani, they began building a new and grander kingdom. Surviving and flourishing is the ultimate revenge. Enemies must watch you rise above them. The newborn empire contained barren savannas, verdant plains, icy peaks, and sun-baked plateaus. It was the largest empire built by any race since the Great Exile. It came to rival Auroria in both beauty and prosperity. Then, disaster. The Empress died, and her sole heir vanished. Rival factions split the empire. Many abandoned their homes in the jungle capital. It wasn't seen as a risky move. True survivalists can survive anywhere. Perhaps criminals like the Shadowhawks are the other side of this coin. They too do whatever it takes to survive, to profit, to flourish. They will deal with anyone from king to beggar, knight to thief. What most Harani don't know is that this crime guild carries their true name. On Auroria before the war, the most glorious and legendary survivors were known as Shadowhawks. An ancient bard's tale once dubbed the Firin, the children of the Gale. Firin kits learn to run before they can walk, a must for a race as restless as the wind. Usually settlers record their lives or build towers in the ground, but not the Firin. They see no need for hearth or home, and require little more than dew to moisten their throats and meat to fill their bellies. Centuries ago, when war tore Auroria, the hero Taiyang led the Firin onslaught. It's said that when he fell, slain by his best friend, the plains burst into flame in protest. When the Firin fled Auroria, they left their grief behind. The wind of their new range brushed their tears away. Other settlers were puzzled by the cat people's feral ways, especially the wealthy Harani. Their suspicions jinxed peace from the start. No Harani was ever praised for his genial nature, and the clash with the Firin came swiftly. Though the children of the Gale claimed more victories, their opponent was an entire empire, warring with advanced technology and trained fighters. To stand against such a well-oiled machine, the Firin had to build their own empire. They called it Temi, and for the Harani, victory became even rarer. Fighting their swift, fierce opponents was like fighting a storm. The Harani backed off. Meanwhile, the Firen grew accustomed to their homestead and began assimilating Harani ways. The Harani bided their time, waiting for the Firen to forget how to fight like the wind. This time, when the Harani struck, their domination was absolute. The Temi Empire shattered like ice, sending shards of Firen back to the wilds. But the wind does not stay quiet forever. Nomads again, the Firen found strength in the plains. They left their grief in the Temi ruins and let the wind brush away their tears. Their power and might rose like a thunderhead. Hundreds of years passed. Seers announced the birth of a new Great Mara. He was to lead the Firen back to the plains of their ancestors, on Auroria, just as Taiyang had prophesied. The key will be to keep the history of Temi from repeating itself. To reclaim the plains, not by building an empire, but by embracing the wild nature of the wind, by embracing the spirit of Taiyang that still lives in you all. The elves had always lived in glory. They had never been defeated. Then, a new day dawned. The Grand Elven King, Aurangzeb, led his army into an ill-omened battle. He felt it was the last chance to save the war-ravaged land of Auroria. Aurangzeb had known Kyrios, his enemy's leader, for decades. However, any affection between them had long vanished. Hate was the only emotion they shared. Hate as well as hurt. When Kyrios finally slew Aurangzeb, a dagger of betrayal pierced every elf's heart. Bards had long sung of the beauty of the elves' forest and the sophistication of its people. But that single defeat changed their fates forever. Their forest razed, their palaces reduced to rubble, the elves became refugees. Cloaking themselves in seclusion, they turned their backs on everything, save their memories. Throughout centuries, elven culture has remained frozen. Resentment and anger are passed down through generations like well-polished stones. All young elves devote themselves to the pursuit of revenge, training only in battle. Would Aurangzeb be happy to know his people choose to live like this? To abandon all hope of king or kingdom until Kyrios pays for his transgressions? Such questions are considered deeply treasonous. The elders are now all warriors, studying the art of bloodshed instead of philosophy. Their sole purpose is preparing their people for the coming war. Still, they can only do so much. The true future lies in the hands of the young. And secretly, more question the destiny of their race. One youth in particular. He discourages elves from forsaking all other learning, in order to focus only on the past. He knows that at times change comes only through oblivion, but elves have too good a memory. They need to learn that sometimes you must forget in order to live. Nuyans have never found fear in the thought of death. How could they? Their patron deity is the goddess of the hereafter. Death means reuniting with her, she who, as a living goddess, gave her life to save all people. With the last wisps of energy in her divine soul, she sent all races to a new land. Everyone lost their old kingdoms, their old gods, and their old heroes. But none felt this loss as keenly as the followers of Nui. Some would have even preferred to follow her to the hereafter. I was one of them. On their new continent, the Nuyans found nothing but ancient, untamed wilds. They dreamt of their magnificent civilization back on Aurora. But their reality had shrunk to leaky lean-tos and rocky fields that would not yield. The elemental specters that had ruled the area for eons tormented Nui's chosen endlessly. They reigned from an ancient labyrinth hidden in the forest. The powerful Archmage Solzrian led an assault on the maze, wresting control from the spirits. The elemental specters retreated. They knew that the owner is always he who holds the key. Solzrian built a grand castle over the labyrinth, declaring whoever conquered it would be king. Following this rule, the Nuyans reclaimed some former glory and learned to love their new land. However, roads remained smooth only for so long. A young upstart shunned the labyrinth and rallied an army to conquer the lands he desired. Even the two greatest Nuyan cities fell. He consolidated power, dubbing his kingdom Two Crowns, and forged a new kind of peace. Until tragedy struck again, a royal assassination. The Nuyans struggled to carry on. None realized that a dark secret had infected the kingdom, and that was the problem. The Nuyans wasted time battling each other when their real enemy was this tumorous darkness. The Nuyans cried out to their goddess for answers, but received nothing in return. The statues they'd carved simply gazed down at them with a cold, stone benevolence. No other race could ever understand that pain. My pain, the longing for Nui. But no matter what, they are still children of the goddess. Some are even marked with her love. As for me, I will keep my promise to protect them. They just need to remember. The war that began centuries ago is not over yet. being that young.
What the... Who are you? What do you...
Don't be alarmed. My name is Lucius, a bard. Perhaps you've heard of me?
A lot of bards name themselves after the adventurer. Doesn't explain why you're in my bedroom.
I have an important task, and I need individuals with potential.
It's the middle of the night. What kind of prank?
Let me explain the only way I know how. With a humble verse. Just inside eternity, the mother dared to wake. Her garden bloomed around her, but the colors had lost their beauty. For her dreams had shown her another world, and out the garden's door, her power swirled. But it called for something more. With magic and light, the mother nourished the world, and it flourished with life, and eons passed with her loving care. But while the mother was sleeping, 12 fools found her door. They tread inside like conquerors, ignorant to the law. They unleashed terrible things from deep within, and prayed the twisting path to begin again was to seal back that gate. While she was sleeping, they doomed her perfect world with hate and lies. And worse, they sealed the door. Without the magic from beyond, life will writhe, storms will rage, and the snakes will rise. But they weren't listening. They couldn't hear truth. They had forgotten. While the mother was sleeping, her children they tried to save. But with the best of intentions, the hereafter road is made. It's time to return to the northern continent. I made a promise long ago. Now, I ask you to help me fulfill it.
Auroria's barren. No one can live there.
The magic is returning, and with it, life. But it needs your help.
Are you saying I'm some kind of hero? Middle of the night, you spout this nonsense.
Calm down, you're no hero. But you do have potential. I can prove it to you. Go talk to Captain Talcard down at the docks. I promise the rewards will be great.
Use the WASD keys to find Hamish at the docks. Press F to accept the quest.
What are you here for? A boat ride? Look it, sailing's no fun without some rum. And the rhyme. Rhyming and rumming and sailing. Look, care for a drink?
Good old Grandpa. Are you here to see the captain? He should be at one of the docks. Just look for the busiest ship.
Wait up, you! I'm no stranger to the sea. I was quite a dog sea dog back in my day.
It's time for your nap, Grandpa.
Find the captain at the docks. Click and drag to adjust your point of view.
Halt! Where do you think you're going? You must be lost.
You're not trying to join a crew wearing that, are you?
Go get back to your nursemaid.
Enough! That's my personal guest. Get back to work before I throw you over the barrel.
Aye, Captain.
All right, now relax. I've been waiting for you. You have a wealthy patron who thinks highly of your skills. Let's get you familiar with your new home.
Approach the captain and press F to learn how to board.
Board up! Advance Party Center Raven, requesting immediate support. We weren't scheduled to leave yet, but we can't wait now. One thing, you will need some real armor. Try these on for size.
Use the ladder to board the ship. Press F to grab the ladder, then W to climb up.
Captain on deck!
Wait here, sailor. Let's get her going.
Cast off!
Approach the captain and press F to learn about your mission.
You're a hard one to read. Are you seasick or curious? Only one of those I can help with. Centuries ago, we were chased from our home. Now we have reports that the land is beginning to heal. It's time to go back. Of course, I suppose it's a bit more complicated. You Nuians have never feared death. Your patron deity is the goddess of the hereafter. Death means reuniting with her, she who gave her life to save all people. But what else do you know of your history? After the exile from Aurora, your people found your new home a savage place. A grand mage finally settled the wilds and officially founded the Nuian Kingdom. The Nuians reclaimed some of their previous glory and learned to love their new land. But an upstart prince conquered the kingdom, even bringing the two greatest Nuian cities to heel. Again, peace was short-lived, and your people struggled to carry on. You cried out to the goddess Nui for answers, but received only silence in return. You see, there can be no peace until Aurora is reclaimed. The war that began there centuries ago is not over yet. Maybe the children of Nui can finally end it.
All hands! Pirates off the port bow!
Approach the captain and press F to learn how to operate the cannon.
Sailor, man that cannon and rain steel on those pirates. This isn't a tea party. Grab the cannon!
Use the cannon by approaching it and pressing F. Use the cannon's skills to attack the pirates.
Meet your quarters! Man the cannons!
Ready? Aim! Fire!
Fire! All hands, abandon ship! Abandon ship! Seems the goddess Nui wasn't ready for you yet. Let's see if you're as good as she seems to think.
Captain! Ready for patrol, sir.
Very good. Move out! Let's see what we're up against.
Double tap the W key to run to the captain and learn how to control a glider. Double tap the W key to run to the captain and learn how to control a glider.
Our enemies have already constructed an impressive fortress. This won't be easy. I'm going to give you a glider and a mission. I want you to help me scout out the fortress's defenses. We also need to monitor the enemy's movements.
Hold down W to glide faster. Hold down D to turn right. Hold down A to turn left. Hold down S to reduce your speed and stay airborne longer. Press R to use the glider barrage skill. This skill is designed for attacking airborne enemies. Press T to use the air raid skill. This skill is designed for attacking enemies on the ground.
Excellent fortifications. We've seen enough. Let's head back.
Press F to complete the quest by reporting to the captain.
The situation is worse than we thought. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't starting to get worried. Grab your weapons! Support the siege! Giddy up!
Approach the captain and press F to learn how to operate siege equipment.
Attack the walls! The lodestone is just mounted!
Approach the siege tank and press F to take control of it. Press R to fire at the enemy fortress 3 times. Click an enemy to target it. Defeat 3 enemies.
It seems I owe you one. Perhaps your patron was right about you. These castles all have a lodestone that magically sustains their lands. Take the castle, we destroy it. Ready? Let's go!
Approach the gates and press F to open them and reveal the lodestone.
Victory is near! Don't yield! Too many! Commander, order retreat! 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 Get the captain out of here! I've never retreated in my life. We need better training, better equipment. More scouts! We're just not ready yet! Aurora, our homeland, our mission, our beauty, they failed you.
Stay with me.
I'm fine. Listen carefully. You have plenty of time left. Far more time than I've got. Arrow or no arrow. Train hard, then come back someday. Aurora can be reclaimed, but you have to be ready. Today I wasn't.
How would I know if I was ready?
The time will come, and you will know. Oh, God! Blessed Nui, is today the day I see your face? It burns so familiar. I need to get you out of here. I have a strange feeling your patron was right. You too have potential. My job is to make sure you see it through.
A dream? It felt so real.
Think of it as a vision of the past and an illusion of the future. That's just a fraction of what the magic on Aurora is capable of. And that magic will find you whether you want it or not. All magic, evil as well as good. Be wary.
gods, what a night. I feel like I'll never wash away the sights and sounds of that battle. Was it really just a dream? I know there's magic in the world, even with all the things I've I've never seen any indication I'm some kind of chosen one.